The
You want
press,
to say?
yes, of course, the press is reflective of the society that it serves. So it means that the editors and the reporters of the large institutional Eurocentric media, they believe they are being reflective of what the Euro society is also thinking. That yes, there goes Trump again. And that goes back to my critique that I've made very often, that we should not think the problem is coming just from the Republicans, really. I make minor distinctions. Yes, the verbiology is outright explicit racist when it comes to the Republicans. But at the end of the day, parties that are dependent on large corporate donations, and corporate donations come from the system that it is sustaining, which is monopoly capital. And that's the problem. Right now, to be straightforward and blunt, there's no political party that is representative of the marginalized communities. And by the way, there are many millions and millions of marginalized Europeans as well. But then, when the enemy is depicted as these garbage Somalis, then even some of those marginalized European Americans, you know, they become tribal and they start leading with, as Mugabe used to refer to it, kith and kin, and that is a big problem. It's a very big problem. I'm glad you centered right on the media. One of my articles exclusively is on how the media abandoned Somalis in Minnesota. They were regurgitating and publishing press release from the U.S. prosecutor's office. I did some quick calculation and I said, okay, they kept referring to the $250 million scandal. Okay. And they focused only on one of the nonprofits. Both of the two nonprofits were headed by European American women. They focused only on one. And there's a question that none of the media there asked the prosecutor. Why are you only talking about this one, Amy Abba, and not Cara Loman, who allegedly did the same things that Amy did as well? Boom, didn't ask that. Why are you not asking the fact that MDE itself made millions of dollars? Boom. And then, how could it be $250 million if indeed they served some food, right? If they served some food, should you not calculate how much was served actually? Because in some cases, there are establishments, Somali establishments, that actually produce invoices of millions of dollars in food served. So why didn't you factor out the total as opposed to what was actually stolen? And you kept throwing that figure, 250. After my column, I noticed very shortly after, the prosecutor's office started changing the numbers, And this is somebody doing it from New York and Washington, D.C. You are local media. You are telling me you couldn't do that story? So yes, I agree with you, sister. Shame on the Eurocentric Euro media for abandoning the people of African descent all the time.